Hi everyone, I'm Amy with BookTubing Amy, and as you notice by this beautiful steering wheel right here, that I am going to be driving today. Not driving and vlogging, that's bad. My friends are coming and they're going to be vlogging me driving. But today I'm meeting some famous, beautiful, wonderful writing authors. It's called the Bells on Wheels event, and I'm going to have an interview with them, and I'm very excited, very, very excited. So you'll get to see some of that, so stay tuned.
Exciting. Look at all these authors in one spot. This is like heaven. Don't you wish you were here? Everybody. Oh, there's another one. Wave. Oh, God. Wave. You waved. Hey. You're on YouTube channel.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy with BookTubing Amy, and today I'm at the Woodlands Mall Bells on Wheels event, and I have one of the fabulous authors sitting next to me. If you could please tell me your name and a little bit about your book.
My name is Jennifer Probst, and my new release is Searching for Perfect. It's the second in the Searching For series, and I tag it as the beauty meets the geek, a My Fair Lady makeover with a twist.
Oh wow, that's a cool description.
Yeah.
Okay, now my second question is, if you could sit down with any one of your characters and have a cup of coffee, who would you sit down with and why?
Oh, that's such a great question. Okay, if it's going to be coffee, I think I'm going to have to go for one of my Italian heroes. So let's go with Maximus Gray from The Marriage Mistake. I've always really wanted to meet him in person. First of all, in the book, he actually makes a killer espresso cappuccino at the fair, and he serves it to his lady love. So I think that would be a lot of fun for him to serve me, and then we can sit in Italy, where he came from, in Bergamo, under the lemon trees, and sip the cappuccino.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, and he's hot.
Oh, of course. All these romance erotic, of course, all of them. I just want them to walk by and be like, oh, this is so nice. Of course. Okay, so what is some advice you have for aspiring authors?
I have heard this question many times, and I am ready to give you the secret formula. The secret formula is never give up. You never stop writing. There's always going to be rejection. You need to have perseverance. You need to have patience. And there's going to be a lot of people who don't believe that you can do it. And you shuffle a lot, like daytime jobs and families and kids and writing on weekends. But it is so worth it if you just keep writing. You get educated in your craft, and you never give up. That's the motto.
Okay, thank you very much. And the final question is, what is your favorite part about being an author?
There are so many things I love being about an author. I think one of the top things is the pleasure of writing these imaginary characters that live in my head, making them breathe, making them real enough where my readers come to me and ask, oh my God, how's Alexa's baby doing? I mean, it's so it's joyous that these imaginary characters have become real to my readers, and they're out in the world. And I have to admit, the second part is writing in yoga pants and your pajamas and your fur slippers.
Always fun.
Well, it's a snowstorm outside. Sorry.
That is fun. Yeah. All right. And is there anything you would like to say before you leave?
No, just that I am having the best time on the Bells on Wheel tour. I am just with fantastic authors and meeting the readers, especially in all these different states that I've never seen before. It's just been an amazing experience. I'm loving it.
Well, welcome to Texas. If you ever been here
Love in Texas.
All right, thank you very much. It was so nice to meet you.
Yes, yes.
All right. Hi everyone, I'm Amy with BookTubing Amy, and today I have another one of the fabulous authors on the Bells on Wheels tour. If you could introduce your name and your book.
I'm Katy Evens. I'm the author of Real, mine, Remy, and the Real series.
Okay, and my second question is if you could sit down and have a cup of coffee with one of your characters, who would it be and why?
Oh, absolutely Remy. He's my hero for the first 3 Real series books, and he's just phenomenal. He is tender, alpha,
Of course.
sexy.
No, of course.
He's just this big, cuddly lion, and he would do anything for Phil. So
Well, that's a good
I would
quality
like
to
to have him. You
Oh,
know,
yes, of
we
course.
can have him right here.
Yes, yes.
You would
Just-
pamper him. We'll take care of him.
We'll buy him coffee.
Yes.
We'll buy him everything.
Everything. You know
Just
what? I'll
stay with
rub
us.
his back.
There you go.
I'll get him prepped for his next fight.
There you
because
go.
He's a fighter too.
Yes, of course.
So we'll get you rolling, Remy.
All right, my third question is what advice do you have for aspiring authors?
Read a lot. Write a lot. Believe in yourself, even when nobody else does. Even when your parents say, you know, it's a game, or some editor sends you a letter. No, this is not good. Don't quit your day job. Keep writing, keep reading, and be yourself.
Okay, and my final question is what is your favorite part of being an author?
My favorite part is the writing part,
Okay.
the actual writing. You know, the rest is amazing, but it's not. Well, it's not what really makes you an author. So the writing, sitting down, talking to your characters, getting something from your head to the page, and actually making it work. You know, that is magical. I love that.
All right, and is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you for having me.
It was nice to meet you.
Yeah, same here.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy with BookTubing Amy, and today I have fabulous authors. If y'all could introduce y'all's name and y'all's book.
Cute.
Yeah, sorry. This is a Texas way of saying you guys, or however it's said up there, wherever you're from.
So I'm Christina Hobbs. So I'm the Christina of Christina Lauren.
And I'm Lauren Billings, so I am the Lauren of Christina Lauren. And together we write a number of books, including the Beautiful Bastard series, beautiful series. The Wild Season series, which starts with Sweet Filthy Boy, which is out tomorrow, Tuesday, May 13th. And we also write a young adult book called Sublime and other books coming out.
It'll be out in October.
Sweet. Oh, my birthday month. That would work out really well.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Mom. All right. My second question is, if y'all could sit down and have coffee with one of y'all's characters, who would it be and why?
I think Will would be a lot of fun.
I was just going to say that. I think I would go out to coffee with Will from Beautiful Player because he's a scientist, but he's also a businessman, and he's also just kind of like well-rounded. He's a musician, you know, he's an athlete.
Wears many hats.
Yeah, and so he's just kind of a laid-back guy who's comfortable in his own skin. He would be fun to have coffee with.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. My third question is, what advice do you have for aspiring authors?
I would just tell them to keep writing.
Write every day.
Write every day, because even though you might feel like you need a break, which everybody should take a break,
Yes, of course.
but sometimes it gets harder to get back into it. You know, the story's so fresh in your head, or you're just on some sort of a roll. So to keep writing, to
Write what you love.
write what you love.
And write what you know. Write the
Yeah.
story that you want to read. I mean, A, because you're going to have to read it a million times
Of
while you're
course.
revising. But B, you know, if there's a story that you really want to read, chances are there's a lot of people out there who want to read it too. So don't try and write to a trend. Write what's in
Yeah.
your heart, you know.
Okay.
And be sure that, you know, you give it to somebody that you trust and love, and they can tell you this sucks, it makes absolutely no sense, and you can fix things, because it doesn't help if somebody's just like, this is the best thing I've ever read.
Yeah.
Find someone who'll be honestly critical.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my final question is, what is your favorite part about being an author?
Oh man, that's hard.
I think we probably would both say how much we love signings, because we get to see people on Twitter, we get to see people on Facebook, but it's completely different getting to see them face to face.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I have here to you today. It was so nice meeting
Thank you
y'all.
so much.
you.
Lots of fun.
Right.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy with BookTubing Amy, and I have another fabulous author on the Bells on Wheels tour. If you could introduce your name and your book.
Introduce me. I'm Kyra Davis, the author of Just One Night and upcoming Deceptive Innocence.
My first question is, if you could sit down and have coffee with one of your characters, who would it be and why?
I think I have to sit down with Mr. Dave because when you have someone like Mr. Dave from Just One Night, you have to sit down.
Of course, of course.
That's not an opportunity miss.
Yes, yes. And my third question is, what is your favorite part about being an author?
I love making up stories. Ever since I was a little girl, I used to make up stories. I would watch television and make up stories about the characters, I played with Barbies and little people and made up stories. And now I get to do that for a living. That's like a miracle. That's literally a miracle. I love it. So that's my favorite part.
All right, and my final question is, what advice do you have for aspiring authors?
These days, my suggestion is to start online. Blogging is always a great way to start. Go on Facebooking and Twittering, get together people, get a following, and then I would suggest start self-publishing. Get your feet wet out there, try to put something out, and if it goes, if you are successful at that, if you're able to get those readers, there's a good chance you'll sell that to a publisher.
All right, cool. Well, thank you very much. Hi, I'm Amy with BookTubing Amy, and today I have another fabulous author. If you could introduce your book and your name, please.
Hi, I'm Emma Chase. I'm the author of the Tangled series. Tangled, Twisted, Tamed, and Taught.
And if you could tell us a little bit about your series.
The Tangled series is primarily it's about Drew Evans, who is a New York City investment banker. He's kind of an unapologetic playboy. He enjoys his life. He loves his life. He loves women.
Yeah.
Variety is always better. So he, pretty much what happens in the first book, Entangled, he meets his new coworker, Catherine Brooks. And, things happen, competition is there, and eventually he ends up falling in love. And pretty much Tangled is about his journey and discovering, that what love is. What I think makes the book unique from other romances is it's told completely from his point of view, from the male's point of view. And he's very funny and very witty and sometimes jerky. And he likes to give advice throughout the book to the reader, primarily about men and women and how they're different. So that's Tangled. And then Twisted starts 2 years after Tangled, and it's from Kate's point of view. And we find out a little bit more about Kate, well, a lot more about Kate and her side of things, while at the same time moving forward with Drew and Kate's relationship. And I consider them all romantic comedies. There's a little, pull the heartstrings here or there, but pretty much that's the genre that it's in.
Cool.
So Tamed tells the story of Matthew and Dolores, who are Kate and Drew's best friend. And finally, we finish up in October with Tide. Tide goes back to Drew's point of view exclusively, and it begins 2 years after the end of Twisted.
Cool. Interesting. All right, and my second question is, if you could sit down and have coffee with one of your characters, who would it be and why?
I would have coffee with Drew. Because there's just something so playful and irreverent and unique about how he sees the world. And it's just endlessly entertaining. And it's a lot of fun to chat with someone and talk with someone who has no filter and no shame.
Yeah.
There's just nothing that he won't say, but because he's honest.
Yeah.
He's not saying it to be outrageous, he's saying it because that's just how he feels.
That's how it is.
Exactly.
All right, my third question is, what is your favorite part about being an author?
I love when talking to a reader and the fact that they enjoyed or smiled or laughed about something about my characters or about my story. There's just nothing better than that.
And my final question is, what advice do you have for aspiring authors?
Aspiring authors, and I've said this before, but I think it's really just crucial that you write the story as you see the story. Don't worry about what's selling or what's trending or what's popular or trying to copy, something else. Write the story that in your heart and the characters that are in your heart. Because you know what? People like many different things, and someone is always going to love what you do and someone is always going to hate what you do. And then there's going to be those people in the middle. So if you try and write for an audience, you're not going to end up pleasing anyone. But at least if you write the story as you see it, then at least you'll be pleasing yourself.
Cool. And is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I thank you so much, and it was a pleasure talking to you.
Nice meeting you.
Yes, thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy with BookTubing Amy, and today I have a fabulous author here. If you could introduce your name and your book, please.
Sure, I am Renee Jones, and I write several series, the Inside Out series, The Secret Life of Amy Vincent, and Tall, Dark, and Deadly.
And my second question is, if you could sit down with one of your characters and have a cup of coffee, who would it be?
Oh, Chris Merritt, for sure. He's sexy and artistic, and
Good choice, good choice.
Yeah, and he's a good guy too. He does a lot of charity work, and a good guy.
Good, that's a good choice. My third question is, what advice do you have to aspiring authors?
To never give up. I am the poster child for almost, and finally. So many times I almost gave up, and I almost made it. Just keep fighting for it and never quit. But also now things have changed since I've been in this industry, and the publishing industry is changing constantly. Get out there and get involved in author communities and learn what is changing and move and groove with it. It makes a big difference.
Okay. And my final question is, what is your favorite part about being an author?
Oh, sitting at home to work with my husband and a cute cat.
Aww. Yeah, one of the other authors says they love sitting in their PJs and just writing up a story about a handsome dude. I'm like, that sounds really great.
Yeah.
Sounds like the life to be in.
Yeah, and I live in Colorado now, so there's nothing like watching the snow fall, the fireplace going, and having my man and my cat.
Sounds really great.
Yeah, a cup of hot cocoa.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy with BookTubing Amy, and I have another fabulous author from the Bells on Wheels. If you could please introduce yourself and your book.
Hi everybody, I'm Kristen Proby. Which book do you want me to introduce?
Whichever one you want. The newest one, probably, yes.
I am the author of the Love Under the Big Sky series. Loving Kara just came out in January. And I also write the With Me in Seattle series, Tied With Me, just released in March.
Okay. Now, another question I have is, if you could sit down and have coffee with somebody, with one of your characters, who would you sit down with?
Oh, with one of my characters.
Yes.
The first one that comes to mind is Luke
Okay.
Williams.
All right. Third question is, what advice do you have for aspiring authors?
I get asked this a lot. My answer is always write every single day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the final question is, what is your favorite part about being an author?
This is my favorite part about being an author, meeting the readers, saying hello. My readers are the best in the whole world, and any chance I get to be able to sit down with them and chat is the best part.
All right. Well, it was very nice to meet you. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Just thank you everybody so much. Thank you for reading and for loving the books and the characters. I love you all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy with BookTubing Amy, and today I have another fabulous author on our channel on the Bells on Wheels tour.
Yes.
So if you could please discuss your book and your name, of course.
Sure. Well, I'm Alice Clayton, and I write the Redhead series and Wallbanger, and Rusty Nailed is actually the sequel to Wallbanger, and that comes out on June 24th. So it's coming up really soon. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I've actually heard a lot about the Wallbanger from BookTubing, actually.
Oh,
It's really
fantastic.
going well on the BookTube. Just so you
Good.
know. Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. It was always one of those. That sounds really interesting and really funny. I think I actually got it off NetGalley.
Oh, good.
On my Kindle. So
Yeah.
That's one of the things. Now that finals are finished, that I'm actually going to get the chance to
Fantastic.
read.
I have to say, I disapprove of both of you reading these books. You're entirely too young to be reading them.
No.
You should all buy these books. Thank you.
So the second question is, if you could sit down and have coffee with one of your characters, who would you sit down with and why?
Well, officially I'm supposed to say the ladies, Caroline and Wallbanger, just because she's really interesting and she's got a great job. But of course I would actually like to have coffee with Simon, because Simon Wallbanger.
Of course.
Okay? I'm sure he's great to have coffee with.
Well, yeah, just walk and talk.
Just to walk and talk.
Just to walk and talk.
Only walking and
Only
talking,
walking and
because
talking.
anything else would be wrong.
Of course. No.
Very wrong.
All right. The third question is, what advice do you have for aspiring authors?
I think the best thing that I can tell anybody is to know your voice and to trust your voice and to know that nobody else can tell your story better than you can. So trust yourself. Always take advice, and you should always listen to
people that have good advice for you, of course, but just really trust that you know your story.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the final question is, what's your favorite part about being an author?
Honestly, that I literally get to do stuff like this. After working since I was 22 years old, to have this now be my career, that I'm on a bus traveling across Texas with the 9 other lunatics. It's literally a dream come true. I could not have written a better life for myself. I wrote a better life for myself. How about that? Just put that on
There
the
you
card.
go, yeah.
I'm gonna write that down.
All right, do you have anything else to say?
No.
All right, what we're gonna do?
Buy all of my books, and you should buy them for your friends too.
There you
as long
go.
as you're over 18.
Hey, we are 21, so we're good.
I don't believe you.
We can show you our driver's license.
I'm gonna need to see those.
All right,
You started reading them way before we were 18.
That's what I
High school.
disapprove of. Yes.
High school.
Yeah. It's fine.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy with BookTubing Amy, and today I have another fabulous author, one of my new favorite authors. If you could introduce yourself and your series.
My name is Kresley Cole, and I write the Immortals After Dark series, the Arcana Chronicle series, and now the new Game Maker series.
My first question is, if you could sit down and have coffee with one of your characters, who would it be and why?
Who would I have coffee with? Well, how about I could just go watch the werewolves play rugby? Would that be okay?
Yes.
So, we could get coffee later. I'm casual, it could be
There you
anything.
go.
Yeah, but I would love to see my characters playing rugby.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, my third question is, what advice do you have for aspiring authors?
Let's see. If you're a genre writer like me, read widely in the genre. Read, and also just write as much as you possibly can. There's no such thing as wasted words. Everything is practice, even if you don't use the pages that you've written. So it's all about reading and writing. And if somebody's found a shortcut, well, let me know, because I'm still learning my trade too. So let me know if you found a shortcut. I would love that.
All right, and my final question is, what is your favorite part about being an author?
My favorite part about being an author, well, I'm on a bus tour right now, so it's meeting all these wonderful writers. I'm on a bus with 10 women, and each one is so hilarious and wonderful, and there's so much energy, and it's just a great vibe. So it's got to be the people you meet in this gig, in this industry. Yeah.
All right, that's all the questions I have. Do you have anything else you'd like to say to our viewers?
Oh gosh, if you are an Immortals After Dark fan, try the Arcana Chronicles. They're young adult, but you will be surprised and pleased. So Immortals After Dark readers, go out there and give them a try. They're great books.
All right. Okay, so I didn't get a whole lot of filming from when they're actually doing the signing. Another cool thing that I got was actually this. I got this at Barnes & Noble's before they came, and I had them all sign it in here, all the 9 authors. You can't really see it, but they're try to get it in the frame. And if the authors are watching this right now, I really appreciate this book. This is definitely going with me back to college, where all my other books are. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the viewers for watching this video, and second, I'd like to thank the authors for actually coming onto the video and doing the interview. I really appreciate it. I had a blast, and y'all made this day really, really fun for me. And finally, I'd like to thank Simon & Schuster for having this great event, and for letting the authors come talk to me, and this made me feel really special. And if you haven't checked these wonderful ladies' books, totally go check them out. I know I got them, and I'm very excited to read them. So, and as always, what do I always say? Go find your inner reader. Now, before I leave, actually, I take that back. I'm going to show you all the authors saying go find your inner reader, so check it out.
Okay, and there's one final thing before I wrap up. Go find your inner reader.
Go find your inner reader. Go find your inner reader.
Okay, so go find your inner reader. Go find your inner reader.
Go find your inner reader.
So go find your inner reader.
Go find your inner reader.
Okay, go find your inner reader. Right now. Do it right now.
Inner reader. Go find your inner reader.